Hi Monday everybody, Coach Tabor here at Afterburn Performance. Today we're going to talk about wrist mobility. So we've done front squats and Form Friday the other day, and we talked about last Mobility Monday about how you'll be able to get your elbows up a little higher in that position. So in order to also be able to do a really good front squat, you have to have mobile enough wrists that you don't get any sort of wrist pain coming up through here. So today we're going to do a little bit of wrist work so that way you'll be able to get in that position and feel really good and comfortable in that spot. So this will be a nice kind of combo with that one, and we'll get set up for that. This particular wrist stretch in our programs is labeled as FRC wrist, or wrist extension and lifts. FRC just stands for functional range conditioning. You can check it out through Dr. Andrew Spina. He has a whole course on that. It's very similar to PNF in some ways, but I know there is some differences as well. So to get yourself set up for this one, we're going to have our hand placed onto a box, and we want something that we're not kind of jamming our shoulder up into our neck. We don't want anything way too low. We have to kind of hunch all over, preferably. If you can get something, I like using the box. I'm a bit of a shorter guy, 5'6". So the box works great for me, but if you need something different, by all means, use a box tipped on the other way, or use a bench or a different version of that you can do. So with my hand placed down flat onto the surface of the box, I want to try to lean back a bit, keeping a little slight bend in the elbow so I'm not completely locked out. You never want anything super locked out, really. And you're going to feel a pull right here through the front. Now, if I want to get a little extra there, I can try to take my fingers and like I'm trying to do a scoop motion this way, down through the box. That'll give me a little extra, kind of activating the actual tissue or using the tissue and trying to basically fatigue it out a little bit so that it'll allow you to get into a better position. And then what we're going to try to do next is to try to come forward, still keeping a slight bend in that elbow, and lift the fingers up towards the ceiling and hold in that position. You should get a large cramp kind of sensation through this part of your wrist here, the back, whatever way you put it, back part in this case. So I'm going to show that from the side as well, so that way you can see it. So if we got to go from this side, again, slight bend in the wrist, kind of do that scooping motion. I got that there. And then we're going to try to come forward, keep everything pushed down, and lifting the fingers up towards the ceiling, like so. So generally when we program this, we do 3 on each side, going for each wrist, and I get most people to try to hold it for about 8 to 10 seconds if we can, and that works relatively well for most people. So that was the FRC wrist extension and lifts, a great one you can use to try to actually increase that mobility in through that wrist area so you have that great positioning for your squat and not have any pain. We've talked about how you can kind of change your squat if that is not an issue or is an issue for you. You can have your arms crossed, you can do a 2-finger option like so rather than all 5, but we're working towards trying to get it mobile enough that we can try to do something like hang cleans if that's something that you want to try to do, and you need to be able to do a front squat well and get in that position and not have any pain before you can actually go ahead and do that. So I find that this style works better than static stretching. So static stretching meaning like you just get back and you kind of lean back and you just hang out there. That one doesn't seem to get as much change for people as this one usually does. So just give it a shot, see if you like it. Leave a comment below and let me know if it does work out for you, and tell me. That way I'm right and not just assuming that based on anecdotal experience. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you next week for another one. Hi everyone, Coach Tabor here. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to stay up to date with what's going on at Afterburn Performance, please take some time, go like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. If you want to see more weekly content from myself here, Coach Tabor, then subscribe to our YouTube page and I'll be putting out videos weekly. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week.